Voy a, let me see. Oh, let me see. Few more people. Voy a empezar because I see we have some new faces here. So, good morning, buenos días. My name is Angy Abreu. Yo soy la fundadora de Dominican Writers Association, que es una plataforma creada para promover el libro dominicano. Pero aparte de eso, también desarrollamos a los escritores. Okay? Did someone not understand that in Spanish? No? Okay. So our writing workshops are open to BIPOC folks, meaning Latinos, African Americans, Asians. Yo lo que no quiero es gente blanca aquí. And I would say it like that.
Yo estoy contigo.
Okay, and I say it because they have a lot of resources and they have a lot of space to do what they need, but we often do not have those resources or those spaces, and we have to create it. Hence why I created this platform. Okay, so that is intentional.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyone who is against it can fight me if they want. Actually, I don't argue with people. Pero that,
No, espérate, we have to back you up.
That
Que no
is
se atrevan.
that is very intentional from my end, okay? So, let's see, we have a few more people here. Okay, so we have a few new folks here and a few folks who are always here. So a little bit about the Writer Salon. I consider it family. We're here every Sunday. A lot of us are very consistently here, like Rosita and Leslie. Susana takes a break every so often, pero ella siempre vuelve. And we have a few more folks también que no se han integrado, but they're also very consistent. So when you are consistent, what happens is that you become a family, that you become a close-knit group, and you share things, and you know, some things may be personal, some things maybe not, but it stays within the group, okay? Being part of a writing community is very important because we are the ones who are going to support you during your writing journey. Often there are writers who publish their work and then they ask themselves, why is no one sharing my work, or why doesn't anyone know about my work? And it's because you're not part of a writer's community. Mm-hmm. Alone, you can only get so far, but if you're part of a community, you're going to get farther. And as long as it's a healthy and supportive community like we are. Aquí no hay chisme, aquí hay mucha alegría, aquí hay música, aquí hay mucha escritura, mucho storytelling. Okay? So I encourage you all to attend every Sunday. Every Sunday, we also have different topics that we will be learning about when it comes to writing. I'm also available if you ever need to discuss a project and you don't know how to go about it. There's a consultation button on my website, okay? But also today in the newsletter, if any of you didn't notice, we created a separate Instagram page for just the writers workshop because I'm removing that from the main page. Also, I included other resources that you might want to consider within the newsletter. If you scroll all the way down, there's a list of links and resources that you may be interested in, that you may want to share with other folks and whatnot. So today's workshop is a vision board writing workshop. We're going to use Canva. We're going to use Pinterest. I'm going to show you how to use that so that you can start creating your writing goals. It's very important to have your goals written out so that you could check them off as you go along during the year. A lot of times we get distracted by life. We get distracted by, you know, relationships, drama, stress, our kids, our dogs, whatever. And we forget our writing goals, right? So I am going to call on some names and I want you to tell me, what did you accomplish writing-wise in 2023? Yeah, I'm going to put you on the spot, especially those of you who come here every Sunday. ¿Qué hicieron ustedes? ¿Qué hicieron? Did you continue working on, because we had some projects during the writing salon that were amazing, and I encouraged you all to continue writing, and I don't know what you did with it, right? So I'm just gonna call on some of you. What did you accomplish in 2023? If you didn't, it's okay. I'm not gonna, yeah, I'm gonna judge you, but it's okay, whatever, it's okay.
I'll take I'll
and
take
and tell me, what do you wish to accomplish in 2024? So introduce yourself. Let me get your pronouns. What did you do in 2023 writing? What are you going to do in 2024 writing? Please keep it short. Okay, Rosita, go ahead.
Hi, gracias. Happy New Year, everybody. Feliz Año Nuevo.
Happy New Year, Rosita.
I learned a lot in 2023. I studied many stories, which I did attempt, at least I attempted to go into submittable. By the way, I did submit a memoir of like 12 pages to a lesbian anthology that's, I don't know when it's coming out, but I sent it. So I did submit something.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. Calladita but working. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
So what are your 2024 goals?
And wait, and that took many, many drafts. I've never done so many drafts, but I was happy with the end product.
Good.
For 2024, I need help with submittable. It says I need to have an account. I never
Yes,
knew.
it's a free account. You log in, you go to submittable, and you register. It's free.
It's like I feel so. Tengo como 100 cuentas. Tengo páginas
So
y
Rosita,
páginas.
take your notebook, dedicate a page or two for passwords, right?
Honey, I have on text test my text app like 10 pages of passwords. Please, please.
Unfortunately, that's the way it works. You have to register to the website in order to be able to use it.
Thank
Otherwise,
goodness they're searchable, so I can search by the app and then
also, if you don't want to do submittable, Poets and Writers also has a link where you could find call for submissions.
Okay.
But you don't need to register for Poets and Writers to look at the list, but they have a list available. But as far as I'm concerned, submittable is the one that's mostly,
Is it the best?
yes,
Susanna is saying yes.
best, most up to date. Yes.
I will do it. I will do it. I have to push through that. I mean, I go through this every time that I'm asked for a password
Sorry.
because it takes creativity in my brain.
All right, let's move on to the next person. Jermaine, good morning.
Buenos dias. Good morning, everybody. So I'm not new, but new, I guess. I'm actually finally prioritize being a part of the writers' workshops. I've had a weird goal since seventh grade, since I was 12 years old, to write a book.
Why is that weird?
Not weird in weird because, and I say weird because I've literally every year wanted to do it, and it's just for whatever reason it's been postponed since I was 12 years old, and I'm approaching 40. So I can't talk about my 2023 goals because I really didn't have any writing goals in 2023 other than just writing my journal.
Okay.
But my goal for this year, as I approach my 40th year, is to actually get this book done.
Yes.
And the vision for this is a string of short stories, loosely related, kind of memoirish to my life, going through time, starting from like my grandfather's time in the Dominican Republic and to present day and me and my children and my family. And yes, so that's why I'm here. That's my goal. And I'm hoping to get this done with the help of this community.
Nice. Are you the person who runs the Consulting Peña account?
No. ¿Quién me está usurpando por ahí?
No. There's an account and you look very familiar. So I was wondering. Yo lo encuentro. Cuando lo encuentre, I'll let you know.
Okay.
But wonderful. reach the right place, okay? I could definitely share some tips on how to go about starting. Bueno, I could just share them now. So I've been teaching our writers how to use artificial intelligence. If you haven't registered onto ChatGPT, I highly recommend it. I use the paid version. I mainly use ChatGPT for brainstorming ideas and guidance for anything that I have in my brain that I just need to dump and figure out how to organize and whatnot. And I highly recommend it for writers. I've hosted a few writing workshops on how to use ChatGPT, and I could share with you, I could share them with you. But in terms of writing, you could use it to create a outline for your writing. Okay, so if you have these writing goals and you know specifically what you want to write, you could ask ChatGPT to help you organize those ideas in a coherent way so that you could begin checking them off as you go along. Um, it's almost like texting someone. Think of ChatGPT as a person. Okay, you're just, or you could go in there and tell ChatGPT, hey, I want you to be my writing coach this year. I want you to um keep me on the path for writing, right? And then what it's gonna say is, hey, I could definitely do that, and it'll probably ask you some questions on what you intend to do with your writing and whatnot, and you go from there. I could definitely repeat that workshop as well. But that's one of the things. So let me move on to the next person. Idalmi, ¿cómo tú estás? Happy New Year.
Hi. So last year was, I feel like so in terms of achievement, I am working on an album. I did write and I got a lot of ideas and redirection from you guys. But I think the most important thing that I achieved in my writing was really recommitting myself to
Yes.
my writing journey. Like I was like, do I even want to do this? Like, why do I care? Like, like, why am I doing this? Like, I had to really ask me those difficult questions and ask me the questions of like, which was sad, of like, what's holding me back from achieving as much? And I had to like do that like internal reflection and process. And that was difficult. So, but I appreciated this space because this space took me there. It put me in the space to ask myself the difficult questions and to then recommend myself. And so thank you, Angie. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
And all of you in this space. But then secondly, now my goal for this year, I think is like publish something. I've published op-eds in the past. I've published poems, but then over these last few years, como que it was just been a lot personally with COVID and everything. And I want to get back into creating a complete product that I can publish and just learn more about publishing and putting my work out there and kind of creating
So maybe
a
you and
brand.
Rosita can get together and figure out submittable.
Maybe.
Left.
I don't know if I'm helpful when I just found out about submittable and didn't know. So I don't know if I'm the most helpful
All
person.
right, y'all could both figure it out.
Yeah. But
Thank you, Dalmi.
yeah.
So yeah, I know to send you guys info on like upcoming submissions, call for submissions. One of the things that I didn't add in our newsletter is that we have a Mighty Network account. It's an app and a desktop account where I publish writing resources. It's like a blog or something. And in there, I always post call for submissions. I try to post these videos for people who have joined that community. And a few other things. So I could share. Am I sharing the screen? You see this thing?
Yeah.
Like this morning, I posted writing gigs, like, because this girl has a Patreon where she posts writing jobs. This is a call for submissions from Feminist Press. This is an anthology that Luz Maria Mack has on mother-daughter bond. So she's accepting call for submissions, Driftwood as well. I also include writing resources here. You can also chat with other writers on this account.
What's the webpage for that?
So yeah, let me put it in the chat. I try to be as consistent as I can in posting here. Where is this? Okay. Oh, here we go. Invite, copy link. Okay, let me stop sharing. So I encourage you all to join the platform and talk to each other. Talk to each other, introduce yourself. If you want to post something related, like a call for submission that you saw, you don't need to send it to me. Just click on the call for submissions tab and post it. Make sure it's clear and there's a link so people understand that that opportunity is available. It's a platform for you all to use. Okay, so let's see. ¿Dónde me quedé? Okay, Idalme. Leslie. Were you here when I asked folks what I wanted them to share, Leslie? Okay.
Yeah,
Good
I think
morning.
for me,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Feliz Año, Feliz Año. I think for me, for 2023, I really wanted to finish a manuscript, and I have 50 pages of it, of a story. It's like YA, it was a YA story about a girl who gets pregnant on purpose. But I gave up on that. So
Hey,
the good thing is that it was a really hard story to write, and maybe too close to home. And I've been struggling with it for years. And I just feel like I had this aha moment at the end of 2023. I got COVID too. And that I'm just gonna let it go for now, because it's just too hard to get into it and to push through to give birth to it. And for 2024, I want to focus on a children's story. I want to focus on writing about the teen book club that I have. I have a book club for the last 8 years at a high school, and I want to write about that process. It's getting really difficult to run, and it would be interesting to write why it's getting difficult.
why is it difficult to run?
Because now there's a lot of white kids in it. And there's a lot of white kids in the book club. Before, my book club was full of Black girls from all over, Dominican, Mexican, all sorts of like people of color. And the school shifted the population, and now there's a lot of white kids, and there's I just don't enjoy it.
Are they fighting you on diverse reads?
No, we only read diverse reads, but their behavior within it. I think when they were all together, when they was all white, it was one thing, but now more kids of color have come back. Now it's more problematic because they don't always are as respectful. And so I had like this thing with them where I had to talk about community agreements, and there's a lot of Karens in there. So it's just like,
Oh, wow.
yeah. So for me, I feel like I was gonna give up. I was gonna just quit, but now I'm going through the process of do I really believe that multiracial spaces is the solution to peace? Do I really, really, truly believe that? That's really the question.
Mm,
And on certain days, I wake up in different sides of that.
I get it.
So, and then I wanted to continue with that story, that last project that I didn't finish here at Dominican in this space with a collaborative writing. I want to really do that. I want to finish the 1,000 words. I want to get back to, I forgot his name, but I want to get back to 6th grade. Like, I used to write these little stories in 6th grade, and I think I want to get back to that this year, write small. And I want to have like weekly goals, like pages, words. I want it to be more tangible. Last year, at the end of last year in 2023, I applied to a fellowship with Quelly, and I got rejected, but I'm very happy about it because I had to go to a writing class with her. And I think yo solo quería como tratar, like put my work, put the, do submittable y tratar and go through the process. I didn't really care about getting in, but for 2024, I think ultimately my goal will be para tener algo, like have, even if it's a little manuscript, a little story, y ponerme un fellowship.
Okay.
Like,
Did you apply for quality this year for the conference?
no, I didn't go. No, I'm gonna go to the. I think I'm gonna go to the conference, but I didn't go through the process of going to the conference yet.
Because you might want to apply. They have writing workshop within the conference. And if
Okay.
you want a recommendation letter from us, let me know because we write those all the time for Quelling.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Gracias.
Thank you for sharing, Leslie. I took notes de todo lo que ustedes me están diciéndome aquí, okay?
No, gracias. No, yo también, yo lo tengo.
Eileen, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
How are you?
We're here. We're here. So my goal for 2023 was to get out of I think I was in like, I would describe it a muddy area where like even to open like my notebook, a blank document gave me a lot of anxiety. And yeah, the anxiety was debilitating. So I think we got to write some things last year, and I think I found some paths that work when that happens, and that was my goal, to get out of that muddy area and get something on paper. I think for this year my goal is going to be consistency. I think I understand when people say, like write a little bit every day and things like that. And personally, sometimes I'm like, I don't know how to fit that in like one schedule and whatnot, but I think it's gonna be important to find different mediums for myself to write, aunque sea una oración every day, so that I can hopefully get myself out of those muddy areas quicker and less painfully.
So you can commit to do that when you get out of bed. When you wake up in the morning, you could set 5-10 minutes just right. It doesn't need to be 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour. If you just set it up for what works for you. You could do it during your commute. You could do it, before you go to bed. If you have alone time in the bathroom, whatever the case may be, your lunch break, you just set aside 10 to 15 minutes or whatnot to just write. Okay, you don't need to overwhelm yourself and say, oh, I'm gonna write 1,000 words, I'm gonna write a whole book during my lunch break. No, you start small, baby steps, and then you gradually increase that time for yourself. They say, how long does it take to create a habit? What, 6 weeks?
21 days.
21 days. Oh yeah, so menos, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So that could be something, set it up on your calendar for 3 weeks. Alarm, Eileen, time to write.
Ahí
Right?
vamos.
Only takes 3 weeks. All right. Thank you for sharing, Eileen. Nico, Happy New Year. How you doing?
Chilling.
So Nico, I don't know if you were here when I requested for the writers to share what they completed writing-wise in 2023 and what is your writing goal for 2024?
2023, I wrote a lot of poetry. Lots and lots of poetry. And I am really on one for 2024 to like push myself to write a chapbook finally and self-publish it. I'm sort of like putting pressure on myself because I've been like lollygagging for the past few years and really taking on a perfectionist mindset when it comes to what I want to put out in the world. And I just need to like get over myself and just do something. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. I have an ambitious.
Are you looking into chapbook contests?
Yeah, I saw that Button Poetry has one tomorrow that's coming up. So yeah, I want to do that. But I really just want to like 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 I told you last time, I'm getting into bookbinding. So I really want to like do it old school and like print it myself, make all the books myself, and just put it out there and have it with me when I go on the circuit and just have books to sell. Um, and then I have an idea for like a more robust chapbook, and I also have an idea for a longer poetry collection. So it's like I want to just put something out there, get over my ego, and just have a thing to give away when I'm at the circuit. Continue working on the longer projects that I have going on, and just yeah, just do the work. But it's been fun. Like I'm pretty good about like the business side of things when it comes to poetry from my like career in corporate for so long. But I think learning how to manage like my inner child and the creator in me is like the toughest person to manage. Like learning like how to coax and create the conditions to create on a consistent basis is been probably like the biggest learning that I've had. So yeah, in the last year wrote a lot of great poems, performed them. It was fun. But then now for 2023, I have a lot of ambitious projects in terms of growing. Because I saw Willie Perdón at an event of like in November, December, and he was like, "Oh, I don't write poems, I write books." And I was like, okay, so that's where I gotta be now. That's what I gotta be. I don't
So
write poems, I
Sam,
write books.
no, you do what works for you. No le cojan presión a la gente, porque si no se van a volver locos.
Yeah, but I think like there's just
And guess what? Writing a book is not for everybody. It's
yeah.
wonderful if that is your goal, but don't feel pressured in thinking that you need to write a book. Okay? That you don't need to write a book. If that is your calling, then you do it. By the way, Poets and Writers has a DIY on a chapbook, so you could Google that. I don't know if you ever use Staples Digital Services, but they also help you print items like that.
What's the name of it?
Staples has a digital printing service where you could do bookbinding. They bind your stuff, so you could look that up. Or, if you don't find it, DM me. Thank you for sharing, Nico.
No
Lila,
problem.
Happy New Year, Lila. Are you in DR?
Saludos. Saludos. No, estoy aquí en Bulbancha, Nueva Orleans right
Oh,
now.
all right.
Yes. So grateful to be here, y'all. Angie, thank you for the space. It's intentions. I apologize. I came a little bit tarde. So intentions for
So the question was, what did you complete writing wise in 2023, and what is your 2024 writing goal?
got it. Okay. 2023, I spent a lot of time writing for work. I do a lot of work managing a newsletter for a local organization, and we've just been we got to the point where we're doing consistent newsletters, quarterly newsletters, and have contributing writers, and just feeling really proud about where we're at, and spend a lot of time translating. I'm a translator, English to Spanish and Spanish to English. So just like learning about translations and, and editing. So doing a lot of editing and a lot of translations, which meant that my own personal writing and my own creative writing got pushed off to the side a little bit and needed to take a little bit of a side. I usually use my writing. I usually write every day as a form of of therapy, self-care, reflection. So I want to get back into that, like in the early mornings, like Eileen, like you were saying, like when the world is like toda la responsabilidad, like all the responsibilities of the world, and you got to do this and you got to do that, like coming back to myself and like really starting like grounding and like my reflection practice. I have like tons of journals that I've just been writing over the years, and I want to find more time and space in 2024 to connect the dots, to like deepen different prompts. I want to archive my mom's story as a cooperator. Mami es una cooperativista and an organizer. And so I want to continue to really like connect like this personal work and this like work in my writing. I hope that makes sense, but that's sort of where I'm at. And Angie, I also want to put this, I want to learn more about audio and just audiobooks and getting into the business of recording, like being a reader for audio. And I'm working with someone
So
on a book.
Penguin has a program called Penguin Audio.
Okay, Penguin
Man, I
Audio.
know too much.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm like, wait, I'm like, y'all so lucky. I know somebody that knows somebody. So Penguin Audio has a program where they actually train folks to get into audiobooks.
I
It's
want to do
called,
that.
I think it's called, it's a training, so you might have, there you go. It's called Narrator Mentorship Program. Let me put it in the chat.
You.
There you go. And if anyone ever wants to record an audiobook, I also have resources where you could just go about starting to do that. But there's like apps like Anchor that you could use, and those things you could upload onto Spotify. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed that there's people storytelling on Spotify. There's like storytelling accounts where people are actually telling you an entire story through audiobook. One story I'm listening to is the Gloria Trevi story. It's not narrated by Gloria Trevi, but is being narrated by one of the young women that was in the Gloria Trevi cult, and she is telling her story in audiobook, in audio format, which is very interesting. So yeah, there's tons of
Thank you so much. Yeah, like with
tons
yes.
of stuff.
The other thing that I wanted to mention here, because I feel like there could be some connection, is I'm supporting someone to translate a book. One of my mentors, Don Bernardino in la República Dominicana, has like 3 books on cooperation and cooperative development. La República Dominicana has a long history of cooperative economics and mutual aid. All of his, and it's like, there's not a lot of books in Spanish written about this. He has them printed in the DR. We're trying to get to the point where we're printing in the US and able to like distribute in the US.
Yeah. So guess what? I'm teaching a workshop on that on Thursday.
Claro que sí.
And the workshop is specifically for people in DR. I'm teaching the workshop with Cuenta RD. It's not going to be through Dominican writers, but Cuenta RD is a literary organization that exists in Santo Domingo. We work very closely, so I'll be teaching a 2-part workshop starting on Thursday on how to publish your books within the US. So it's specifically for people living, residing outside of the US who want to publish within the US. Because you might think it's simple, but it's not. So I'll be sharing that for the 18th and the 25th. Those are 2 Thursdays, right? So the next 2 Thursdays, I'll be teaching that, and I'll also be sharing that information. I'll likely be sharing it today. I just need to create a Google form for people to register because I have some questions for people in DR. Who are registering for the workshop. Okay, so there you go.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Lila. Stacy, welcome. Is this your first time in the Writer's Salon?
Yes, it is. Hi, everyone. Happy New Year. Feliz año. I've kind of been following you guys last year, so I don't really have just been following what you've been asking.
So 2023, you follow the literary organization.
I follow the literary organization and kind of getting back into wanting to write again. I used to write, I think, a lot to myself, very similar to what everyone else was saying, poems and stories. And it just, when you're a kid, you don't have fear of being a beginner. There's a difference. Something happens when you become an adult, and all of a sudden you get scared of things you weren't scared of. And I'm a lawyer by trade. That's what I do for a living. And so I do a lot of writing, but it's not really fun writing. It's very, and also lawyers are not always the most creative people. Lawyers generally hire the creatives to do things. But one thing that I used to be very creative, and I still am, but it's just kind of pulling it out. And so my friends, one of my friends brought friends together during COVID to do a book club where we specifically read books by Latino authors about Latino stories, and it ranged from fiction and nonfiction. And we did something very similar to what we're doing now. Many of us had never met in person before, and we read the book and then we met and we spoke. And when everything opened back up, we had to go back to our lives. And so that kind of, that space is not there anymore, and I missed it. And so in following what you Dominican Writers does and other people do, I was like, well, let me dive in. And so for 2024, it'd be more just kind of getting myself back into, you know, it started, I guess,
into a creative community. You need to integrate yourself. When you're surrounded by creatives, you will be inspired as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So I appreciate everything that everyone had to say.
Are you in New York City?
I'm from New York City. I actually live in Georgia now, Atlanta.
Nice.
But yeah, but I'm from the Upper West Side, and the Bronx is where I grew up.
Okay.
So
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Who else? Susana.
I've had a really, I have actually some really good news about 2023.
Go on.
I finished up my second full-length collection of poetry in January of 2023. And I was very pleased with it. And then the publisher who did my first book, who had promised to do my second book, folded.
Oh. That's
So
not the good news.
Say again?
That's not the good news.
Well, no, that it's just, you know, sometimes you get like a down and the up seems bigger.
Go on.
So then I was like, you know, crap. So I did something very interesting because my first publisher really believed in me, and he was like, do what you want to do. So he gave me like a lot of creative freedom. And I didn't have to think about like, you know, pleasing a publisher or anything like that. Like, so I experimented with form. It was a really big book. And then when he closed his shop, it was Nomadic Press, I had to think about how do I make my manuscript more submittable for other presses that don't automatically give me a pass, right? So I had this very interesting process of cutting it down from like this mega book to like the more normal size full length. And then it got picked up by Black Lawrence Press because my old publisher.
Congrats.
Thanks. And it was very fortunate because my old publisher, even though they folded, they looked after their poets and their writers. And he spoke with the head of Black Lawrence, and he said, look, I've got 100 writers here, and we've got all these books in the, you know, making. So she agreed to take on our work. So most of 2023 was doing the editing. They let me do the cover using the art of this wonderful, I don't know if people know the work of Tanya Torres. She's a Boricua artist in New York. Anyway, it's just been an amazing process. And we have one more round. We have now the layout copies, and then it comes out next month. So I am thrilled. I loved it. This book was this book was so much fun to write, and I just really can't wait to share it because they're like, it's so much about well, it's about people. People are going to see themselves in the book. It's super fun. But now for 2024, my task is getting this book out there, right? Because the experience I had, and this is something people haven't done books before, or if they're looking to do books. My first book, the publisher published it, and I thought I was done. Pero nah. You have so much work to do after the book comes. And I did not really promote my book. And the book even won, my first book won a PEN award.
Yes, everyone. Anna is an award-winning poet, for those of you who didn't know.
And still nothing happened. Like, I still sold hardly any books because I didn't know how to promote myself. And I'm really feeling like I'm very shy. I don't feel like, come, but I'm realizing, so my challenge for 2024 is to get over it and get out there and talk with people and present the book. And, and that's,
where are you located, Susana?
Right now I'm in Oakland.
Okay.
And
oh my God, but Oakland has such great reading spaces and whatnot. Are you connecting with any bookstores? Are you reaching out to anyone to host readings?
So I did that yesterday. I reached out to one readings, one reading, like a in-person reading thing. I reached out to a bookstore. I have a book. Well, the book is about Puerto Rico, so I want to take this book and travel with it. So I want to like start releasing it here in Oakland, and I want to take it to Puerto Rico. And I have commitment from one bookstore who I think will give me an opening there, and she'll carry it. And then I want to come to New York, where I'm originally from. I'm originally from Queens, and I want to come to New York. And then I got somebody who's interested in maybe letting me read it at Amherst in Massachusetts. So a lot of magic has been happening already this year, you know, and so I'm just like right now, I'm just like trying to take a basket and collect magic and
you
reach out.
could start by creating a list of all the spaces you would like to present your book, right?
Yeah.
That could be part of your bucket list.
Yeah.
As well as start creating a list of maybe college professors. Like I could send you two here in that are in the Bronx that are actually teaching. One teaches at Bronx Community College, the other one teaches in Lehman, and they're both published authors. So so I could send you that info because you could email them and say, hey ladies, they host readings within the school. So since your book is Puerto Rican, they might be interested in it and might even include it in their curriculum.
So that's the stuff I'm looking for. I'm also looking for like people who like to write reviews, and like my publisher will let me list 10 people that they'll send free books to for reviews. And this part is new to me.
When do you publish your book?
The new one, it comes out next month.
Okay. So I suggest that you also submit to the International Latino Book Awards. I actually have a list of places where you could submit your book for book awards so they could get reviewed. The Latino Book Awards deadline is January 15th. Your book needs to be published within the last year. I mean,
okay,
now
so it have
and
to
the
be
last.
Yeah, it'll be out after January 15th. It'll be sometime in
But there's
February.
other places where you could definitely submit your book, and a few other places also where you could go and submit for reviews. But I mean, feel free to email me and I'll get that info for you. Okay. Thank you for sharing.
Sure. And if you know, and I'm always open, you know, so many people help me along the way. Like if anybody's like struggling in the book, and like
I was gonna nominate you for accountability.
Yeah, I'm happy to do it because it's such a hard process. It's
And
really
Nico, look, she's a poet. She's published her work. She's a PEN Award winning. There's your connection, Nico, to get your book out.
And it only helps.
If we have any other poets here, and Susana, I don't know if you would be interested in teaching a workshop here for one of the salons on poetry or how to submit your poetry anywhere.
I would love to, because it's such a hard process with so much rejection, and you know, and you really need people to support you with it.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, thank you. You see, you learn something every day from folks. ¿Quién más? Enmi, are you around?
Yes.
Hi, Enmi. Are you new? Is this your first time here?
Yes. But I follow you on Instagram, so that's how.
It's wonderful. I love when people be like, you know what? I'm gonna stop being a follower and I'm gonna join.
And I get the emails. I actually won one of the books back when I was teaching in New York, so thank you.
Okay, good. I did not know you, so there was not any.
No.
You won because you won.
Yeah.
So tell me about your 2023. Were you just thinking about writing, and now in 2024, you're like, it's time to do it?
So I found out that I enjoy writing, but mostly journaling. I'm more on the reader side of things. So I like have two journals here, and I really want to get into it. And I guess that's why I joined, because I want to like be more intentional and write more for myself. Before I wrote thinking I had an audience, and it was very clean cut, but I want to be more honest and use it as I don't know, like a relief. That's it.
Yes, Writing is very therapeutic. It doesn't need to be necessarily storytelling. You could just journal, and just, brain dump everything that's going on, de-stress, put it all on paper, and just put it aside and keep moving forward. Thank you for sharing, Enmi. Karil,
Thank you.
welcome back. Happy New Year. Are you there? Hi. I can't hear you. Your volume said nah, sis. I don't know if you want to disconnect and connect again.
Okay.
Oh,
Can you hear me now?
yes.
Okay. Sorry. It's because I had my AirPods connected and I'm
Oh,
like,
okay.
Happy New Year. I'm so glad to be back. I just wanted to say, Angie, thank you so much because I'm really grateful for this writing community and especially hearing everyone. I'm like, wow, first of all, shout out to everyone going through the same things. Shout out and persevering and still coming back and still wanting to write and put yourself out there. And I feel like I had a lot of similar 2023s like to everyone else. Like initially when I started 2023, my goals were more um I was working on screenwriting and my I would say my goals were a little ambitious. They were a little ambitious and I feel like the more I was committing to writing again, the more I realized like I kind of wanted to fall in love with writing again. It felt more of a business at that point because the last couple of years I had been writing for work. And the idea of achieving something like as big as putting this out there was like attractive to me because I'm like, normally I write for myself and I'll perform it here and there, whatever the case is. So I was like, like this is a big deal. But as the year went on, I found that I actually missed writing to ground me. And I really needed that, especially like emotionally. I feel like a lot has happened in my life, period. And especially when I take into consideration the things that have happened over the last 4 years. Um, the more that I showed up to the journal or to the page, whatever page that was, the more I realized like, oh, there's a lot waiting to be released. And at the same time, I felt like my voice was watered down a little bit. Like I wasn't allowing myself to be honest enough on the page. And honestly, the writer's workshop has helped me significantly. And I feel like similar to like Leslie, um, we in a lot of the workshops, like I really focused on short stories. And I felt it reminded me of like being like in middle school and like being a kid and like writing short stories. And I feel like that's now been my outlet, like short stories. And I'm like, okay, guys, I don't always have a journal anymore. Like I could
Well,
just
I hear that you're not the only person who mentions that, but a lot of you have mentioned here that you want to do micro writing, like the flash fiction, the short stories. We could definitely work on that. Because it's a great way to get started before you deep dive into like a whole book, right?
right.
Just write a collection of stories. So I'll figure that out. How
That's
to
where
get
I'm
you
at.
guys, how to get you guys into writing short stories and being consistent with it so you complete it. So we have a project happening that I'm not gonna announce yet, but maybe you'll put a fire under your butt to get these stories out. Thank you for sharing. Let me see who I haven't called. Lillian, you there, Lillian?
I'm
Okay.
here. I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hi, Lillian. Turn on your camera. There you go.
Okay.
Hi.
Okay. Hello.
Let me know.
Muchas gusto.
Let's keep it short. What was your
Sí.
2023 writing look like? And what is your
Um,
2024 goal?
it looked a lot like journaling, connecting with myself, as a light-skinned Dominican, bald-headed woman. I journal a lot, and I love to write poetry as well. But I didn't really complete anything. It was journaling. Oh, everybody speaks English.
Yeah,
Yo,
go ahead.
yo yo traté de ser lo más to keep myself in order as much as I could. For this year is definitely consistency. To have more, not a schedule, but to keep myself accountable with my writing and my creating. I, by nature, I'm an artist, which writing is an art form. And I just wanted to be submerged and surrounded by, fellow like-minded individuals.
So what's happening 2024?
Yo no sé todavía. I applied for
You applied
are
for
you
the
talking?
writer's retreat.
I did. I did.
Okay, well, we will let you know if you got in or not.
Ay, my heart, mi corazón lo tengo aquí en la
We
garganta. I
are
don't know if you noticed.
reviewing applications this week. But
Uy, Dios.
por lo menos you said yes to yourself. It doesn't hurt
Sí.
to apply.
Claro que no.
It's not the worst thing that could happen to you. There's plenty of other opportunities out there, folks. Thank you for sharing.
Definitely.
It.
Thank you. Thank
Gabrielle,
you.
are you new to our space, Gabrielle?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. So I'm very new to writing. 2023, I just journaled here and there. So I'm pretty much here, and I guess the goal for 2024 would be to just get more of an idea of how to get started into writing, see what the options are, see how people do it, and mostly just learn.
You already started. Journaling is how you start.
Okay, yeah. So
Right.
to expand on
Start
that, yeah.
by writing. Now, if is there something specific that you want to write? Like, are you a poet by heart? Do you want to write poetry? Do you want to write for children? Just short stories?
I would like to get into like creative writing, short stories and things like that. I have I get I'm pretty creative, but I'm very a little scatterbrained, I guess. So to find a way to like focus it and so I could actually work on it step by step would be helpful.
Got it.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you for sharing, Gabriel.
Thank you.
Gabriel. Rosendo, Happy New Year, Rosendo. You there or not?
No, I'm here. Let me turn on the camera. Hold on. Can you see
Hi.
me?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Estaba durmiendo.
Yeah, yeah, I'm here though. I'm here though. All the way. I'm awake. 2023, I completed a lot of personal works as far as like they're written. And also in 2023, I finished the synopsis and one sheet for my cousin's movie, and he got funding for that. So that's gonna be started to get filmed
What's
this
the name of the movie?
Rod Posse, ROD Posse. So we already have he already has investors and actors on board, like Making Good, Columbus Short, and a few other people.
Columbus Short. Wow.
Yeah, but Columbus, well, never mind, I'm gonna say it. But 20 you probably know what I'm gonna say. 2024, looking to everything that I've completed, finding out what I want to do with all that, the personal stuff, because I mean I write for work, but the personal stuff that gets put on the back burner, then stuff I do for fam and in the industry kind of goes up front. So that's about it though. That's about it.
So you spent 2023 giving to others, and 2024 we're gonna give to Rosendo, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna do something with that Liborio story that I told you about, and then the academic stuff I was mentioning as far as
Did you buy the comic?
You told me about that. Did you tell me about that? Is that on
It's on our well, I'll send you the link. Buy it through Amazon. Because I don't have any I don't have any stock on me. So
but the other thing, the more academic stuff about I guess the relationships, like I was saying, the diaspora relationships, specifically Kikiyano, like parent child relationships, similar to what Eddie, I guess similar to that thing where Eddie was exploring, that's kind of an ongoing thing academically, but that's about it though.
Okay, I'm posting the link to the book in the chat, okay?
Yeah, thank you. Because mine, like I said, mine's gonna be like I'm gonna have some artistic liberty with Liborio. You know, I'm not gonna go to
There's
every
tons
detail
of
of
stuff
it. Yeah,
out there.
yeah. I think
Thank
it's
you
a
for
cool.
sharing. ¿Quién
No
me
problem.
falta? Kim, you there, Kim?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Kim. What do you
Happy
do
New Year.
2023 writing wise, and what's your 2024 goals?
Well, Happy New Year, everybody. 20, I think this is a goal that I keep on going. It's just to be able to publish my book. I have everything, but it's just like money wise. So I think I have just kind of delayed the fact that I have to get another job to be able to, save the money and publish that. I
So
think that's
you're
my
self-publishing your book?
yes, because I have the illustrator, I have the company, the editorial.
It's a children's book?
It's a children's book, yes.
Why are you raising money if you have a publisher?
What do you mean, like a campaign, like a GoFundMe or something
Oh,
like that?
okay. You mean you have the editor?
Yes.
Okay. Send me an email after this.
I will. Thank you, Angie. That's it. That's my goal because I have everything.
So you don't necessarily need. How do I say this? You could self-publish without going into your pocket.
I didn't know that.
Especially a children's book. Okay.
Okay. I'll send you an email. Yeah.
Email me. Self-publishing can get expensive, but if you're doing a children's book, then there's definitely ways around that.
Sounds good. Thank you. That's it. That's my goal. Just to
And I'm
publish my
referring to
baby.
children's book, folks. If you're doing poetry or a novel, whatever, it all depends what you're publishing. But
Yeah,
if
no,
you're
but
trying
this
to
is
figure out how to self-publish, I have a self-publishing guidebook that's on that I sell on Amazon. I do self-publishing workshops all the time. I teach you how to self-publish without you embarrassing yourself. Okay, so if you're interested, you guys can always email me and I'll be more than happy to share my resources with you. And last but not least, Edward and Eddie, uno de ustedes dos.
If you hate wearing bras, you should try me instead. I'm the
Who's
Under
that?
Outfit Wireless Bra. Here's what the girls are saying about me. It's the most comfortable bra.
Who's telling us about bras? This is the importance of muting yourself, mi gente. Yo sé que ustedes están haciendo otra cosa por ahí, pero Edward. Is this Edward Paulino?
Hi, hello everyone.
Hi, Eddie.
How are you guys? Happy
I'm
New Year,
good.
belated.
Let's keep it short because I know that you have tons of things, okay?
Yes, I plan to continue to write, and hopefully I apply to present a paper at the World History Association in June in San Francisco.
Nice.
So crossing fingers, and always grateful for you, Angie, and the entire community. Very
Nice.
honored to be here.
For those of you who don't know, Eddie is a professor in CUNY. So if you want to get connected, put it in the chat. Okay, folks. I think I called on everyone, right? Right? We went a little bit past, but we're gonna make this, we're gonna start to present the workshop. And now, sharing the screen. Please let me know if you can see the screen. Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
Okay, so today's writing workshop is on how to go about creating your 2024 writer's vision board, my people, okay? This is sort of like a vision board presentation. The first page is a vision board kind of looks like this. So here we go. A vision board is a powerful tool to manifest your goals and keep your writing aspirations visible and present. Today we'll be creating your own digital vision boards focused on your writing goals for 2024. It is a collage of images, quotes, and symbols that usually represent your goals and dreams. It's not just a collection of pictures, it's a representation of your aspirations. So we are going to take a couple, let's take like 5 minutes and write down lists. Be very specific on what your writing goals are for 2024. If there's a short story that you want to complete, right? I want to complete this short story. I want to complete this collection. I want to write 50 poems for my chapbook. I want to finish this chapter in my book. That type of stuff, okay? Write it down. I'm going to give you folks 5 minutes. Two more minutes, folks. And you are not sharing these goals with me. This is for you. One more minute. Okay, are we done? Okay, next. So, how many of you have a how many of you have a Pinterest account? If you know, if you don't, you could just go to Pinterest.com right now and quickly create an account. Where's mine?
So we're creating a new board, right? Angie?
I think you're on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, that was so weird. Okay. So folks, I was sharing that if you do not have a Pinterest account, you could just go to Pinterest.com and create a free account. I will now show you how to gather the images you may want for those writing goals. Okay, so we're gonna gather images from here. And if you have a Pinterest account, then you could just look up writing quotes that you might want. So here you see a bunch of them. Here you see first draft is just telling you to write yourself. A desire to write was planted within. And you could just right click and save the images onto your computer. And so on. If you want, you know, let's say bookish images. You have a bunch of stuff here related to books and reading and whatnot. And you could just go through it, put in a keyword for what you want. If you want pictures of a typewriter, you can do it there as well. Though they come up anyway. Write the book only you can write. So this is something you could just right click on it and save. So this is a kind of a vision board that someone created here. And what yours will probably end up looking like. Does anybody have questions? So we're gonna take about 10 minutes for you all to do your search on Pinterest and save the images that you need for your vision board. Let me know if you have questions.
You said to look up writing prompts and quotes.
Writing quotes, anything related to your goals.
So what did you mean? What did you mean by save the images into a new board?
Yeah.
Save the images that you find on Pinterest onto your computer, Rosita.
Oh, onto the computer.
Yes,
Okay.
because I will show you next what to do with those images.
Okay.
For now, you're collecting the images that relate to your writing goals. So you could just simply put writer in the search bar and you'll
Right.
find a bunch of stuff come up. You'll find quotes, you'll find pictures, you know, this.
Okay, so
Cozy laptop, people writing. You'll find a bunch, anything that you like that relates to you and your writing goals. You could right click on it and save it. Okay. I have a vision board. I have a vision board folder where I save the stuff that I want. So, you know, you could create a board here yourself. If you want to come back to it later, it's not necessary, but I do it. Here's this nice quote: write it like it matters and it will. Here's another one: if I waited for perfection, I would never write a word. Margaret Atwood. Is everyone doing okay with the exercise? You could look up reading quotes. You can look up writing quotes that are inspirational. Three more minutes, folks. Once you've completed that, then you could go into Canva. Canva is free unless you need a pro, unless you have a pro version already. But you could suggest any size that you want your, for example, if you want your vision board to be the wallpaper for your phone, then you could choose the Instagram story size right here, right? When on the left-hand side, you have a bunch of options. You click on the upload option and you can start uploading the images that you got from Pinterest.
Could you show that again? How did I?
Go to canva.com.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Canva.com.
Canva?
It's in the chat.
Okay.
So, Rosita, I know you have, you know, your love and hate relationships with technology, but everything requires you creating an account. Okay, otherwise you can't use it. Okay, so Canva requires that you create a free account. Something that I find helpful is if you have a Gmail, register all your stuff with a Gmail account. It automatically logs you in. And you don't need to save passwords because it uses your Gmail. okay?
Okay.
So here, for example, you just click on after you am I sharing?
Yes.
You guys see the
Yes.
Canva?
Sí.
Okay, so
Sí.
here, this is the phone one. If I want other images, I could just go on Canva and look up writing también. Here's a woman writing, right? You could resize that through the edges. Just play around with it, get to know the app. Okay. Let me know if anyone is struggling with this.
So I went into Canvas.
Let's see, you're gonna create the document any size you want it. I want it for my wallpaper on my phone, so I created an Instagram size. If you wanted to print as a presentation, then you could do it you could choose the flyer option, you could use the presentation option. Right here in the top, you guys are gonna see it says presentation, Instagram story, video. If you want a poster size, you click on that. These are all the size options that you guys could use. There's the flyer that's 8.5 by 11 that you could also use. So you do it for the size that you want. Is everyone clear on that?
Sí. Bueno, yo sí.
Okay. Rosita, you okay?
I'm in Canvas. I went in through Facebook, so that made it easier.
Okay. So on the left-hand menu of Canva, you're gonna see an option. Click on the upload button.
Option, cream, trash, get ready, get help, rewards.
When you log into Canva.
I am in Canva.
Okay. Okay, so if you're in
project?
Canva, choose the size of your vision board. On the top right, it says you might want to try. You see that? And there's a whole bunch of options. It tells you Instagram story, Instagram reel.
Canva, is that it?
I don't know what you're looking at.
Oh, the main page, the beginning page.
So look at my screen. Does your screen look like mine?
Not at all.
And you went to canva.com.
Yes. I think maybe it's beginning to look like yours. It says your first week in Canvas, because I'm just starting out.
It's not Canvas, it's Canva. I
You're
put
right.
it, I put it in the Canvas is a whole other website.
Right. Yes, I realize that. Okay. So I see some images. They don't exactly look like yours. Bracelli.
Your home screen should look like mine, even if you just started an account. It should be blank because you don't have any projects at the bottom. So no recent designs, but on the top, it should be blue. You should see a blue menu that says, what will you design today?
Where is that? Where's the menu?
That's on the home page.
Okay, I think I'm in the home page.
And on the top, you should see a blue bar that says, what do you want to design today?
This is try Canva Pro for free.
You're not trying Canva Pro.
Well,
You're
that's
gonna choose what other, so when you scroll down, does it say, do you see the different sizes? It said you might want to try, and then you're gonna see Instagram story, Instagram reel, video. You don't see any of those options on your home screen?
It says try Canva for Pro.
Okay, so skip that.
File. No, I'm back to first week in Canva. and
Do you have a menu on your left-hand side?
not on this page. Maybe on the home page I did, but I didn't see any options like you said.
So on the home page, you don't see a blue bar on the top.
Blue bar on the top.
Like
Yes.
mine. It doesn't look like mine, your home screen.
What do you design today and then you fill in?
Exactly, exactly. So
Good.
you're gonna scroll under that and it's going to have different sizes. It's going to say Instagram story, Instagram reel, video, and you choose the size you want.
I see templates.
Yes.
Spring.
Or you could just write on there presentations, write presentation. So if you write presentation, it should bring up a blank. You should have an option to create a blank presentation. It should be the first option.
I get a title saying presentation templates. Browse high quality presentation.
Okay, do you see the one that says create a blank presentation?
Sure. Good.
Click on that. For those of you who don't know how to use Canva, YouTube is a great tool to teach you how to use Canva for beginners as well. If you go on YouTube, you'll find tons of beginning and tutorials on all the awesome things that you could do with Canva. I use it for everything. I create my content for Instagram, videos, everything. I do it through Canva. There's Canva for educators, Canvas for businesses, Canva for nonprofits. So do you click on the blank presentation, Rosita?
Yes, but I'm not getting a blank. I am getting a tour, an invitation for a tour, which I don't want, and I don't know how to get out of that. Oh, skip tour. Okay, great. All right, so I see some blank. And
okay, the left-hand side, that's the menu, the black part. You're gonna look for the button that says upload.
Uploads, all right.
Click on upload.
Okay.
Okay, and you're gonna see a purple button that says upload files.
Yes.
Click on upload files. It's going to open your file manager on your computer, and you should be able to find and locate the images that you saved on your computer from Pinterest.
Okay, what do I put in there? Search for what?
I don't know. I don't know where you saved them. What folder? Where do you save the Pinterest images?
Oh, so I search for Pinterest maybe?
No, it's not gonna work like that. Where anything that you saved on your computer, where does it save?
It was
a folder where it saves it. For me, is in the downloads folder.
I put it on desktop.
Okay, so click on the desktop option and you should see your images.
Oh, the JPEGs?
Yes. You're gonna hit the control button and select all the JPEGs that you want to use, and you're gonna upload them to Canva. You can also do drag and drop into the upload option.
Oh, I see. Nice. Okay, so
And once they upload to Canva, you're gonna see them on the left-hand menu. You should be able to see those images on the left-hand side. If you click on the images, they will automatically be added to your blank presentation.
So, okay, good. So I have one. How to write
okay, and then that one, you could move it anywhere you want. You just grab it with your mouse and you could position it anywhere you want.
It kicks back to where it first would land it. So I click on to get more on here. I click on uploads again. No,
Yes.
it's not.
But you could upload them all at once if you hit the control button and you select all the images at the same time.
Wow. Well, not really, because I have a lot of other JPEGs on desktop.
Yeah, where you click on the ones that you want. And you could upload them together.
Okay, but how do I
Otherwise,
get
otherwise you do it one by one.
Okay, good. I'm gonna do it one by one. So how do I get to my second one?
You click upload again, the upload button.
It's not doing it. I'm clicking and nothing's happening. Maybe search uploads. Oh,
It's on the left-hand side menu of the Canva. You don't need to search uploads. It's a button on Canva. I'm showing you on my screen what it looks like. How's everybody else doing? Did everyone else finish? Yeah, okay. Idalme, do you want to share what your vision board looks like?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me.
So my goal was to have the courage to tell my story. So a lot of I did like quotes.
You can share the screen, Idalme.
Related to that. Just
How was this exercise for you all? Was it too much? Was it stressful? Was it, oh, look at that. That looks so cool. So is this the,
Oh, that is so cute.
what size did you choose? Oh, no lo quite. Where'd she go? Oh, I think.
Adalmi, ponlo para atrás, mija.
No,
Estaba bonito.
She disconnected from the Zoom. Anyone else wants to share? No one else is done?
No, yo estaba tratando de hacer el mío en el celular y no funciona igual.
No. It's a pain in the butt on your phone.
Ay, sí, yo dije, Dios mío, pero ven acá.
Yeah, it is better to do it on your computer. Leslie, how you doing with yours?
I'm doing okay. It's not like the best.
You might want to try this exercise with your students.
Yeah, I think they'll like it. They'll like it a lot more probably. Yeah, because they know how to maneuver stuff. But yeah.
Or you could just simply use magazines. You don't need to do it a digital one.
Okay. Yeah.
If I did this in person, I would have used magazines, folks. But since we're on Zoom, we're gonna do the digital
yeah.
process. Rosendo, did you do yours? Or is this too girly for you?
Stop it.
Dime.
Óyeme, ¿y tú pensarías en hacer esto en persona?
Of course. So I don't host our writer salon workshop because as you see, we get people from all over the place. Like Lila is in New Orleans. We have Stacy who is out of New York City as well. We have people all over the place. Idalme, you want to share yours again? I'm sorry.
No, my computer died.
Ya, la conectaste.
Sí, that was.
Go ahead.
All right. So what I had said was that my goal is to have the courage to tell my story this year. So then I looked up quotes como que me inspiran a eso. So like, for example, like if you want to change the world, pick up your pen and write. If you don't see the book you want on the shelf, write it. If you are a writer the moment you start writing, not when you sold your first book.
There you go.
I write to give myself strength. I write to be the character that I am, not to end.
Love it.
And I write to explore. Yeah. So these are just some.
So are you gonna use this as your phone wallpaper?
I'm gonna print it out, and so I'm on my desk. I'm gonna print it out and like put it here on my front wall.
Yeah, so you could resize this to a presentation size so that it's bigger, and you could print it out.
Okay.
Rosendo, dime, what you do? You finished yours? You're muted. I can't hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I didn't finish it. Nah, it doesn't seem girly. I was looking for something that's I don't know, a little more attractive or germane to what I wanted. I see a lot of things look like what do you call it? The calligraphy thing. It looks like my sister's vision board that she used to have in a wall.
So if you don't find it on Pinterest, you could just go on Google as well.
Yeah.
Or you could create them yourself.
Yeah. I
Okay.
was thinking something less wordy and just like image type stuff, you know. But yeah.
Okay. All right. Who else
So,
wants to share?
I didn't get that far, but I could share what I
Hold on,
have.
Susana. Let me give you sharing.
Okay, let's see. I'm a little slow on the technology of this because
Go
I
ahead.
haven't
It's
done,
okay.
but I started just with some stuff off my computer.
Mm-hmm.
So I just put I put my book with a cover on the center
Mm-hmm.
because
Okay.
that'll be like the promotion, and then I put some art of my own. And I thought I was going to put like places that I wanted to take the book, where I wanted the book to go,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was going to put the different quotes and some of.
I love that book cover.
Thank you.
So, you know, on the
Yes.
left-hand side, you could add the text instead of scribbling it.
Oh, okay. Okay. I couldn't figure
If you
that part
click,
out.
yeah, if you click on text, then it'll
Uh-huh.
just give you text options and you'll be, there you go.
Oh, okay. Okay. I couldn't figure that
And
out
you
until I was
see, if
trying
you
to
scroll
write.
down to the bottom, it gives you all kinds of text and you could edit what the text says.
Okay. Oh, let's see the bottom. Okay. I'll have to play with it because I haven't done
Yeah.
I do Photoshop, but I think Canva is quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is this art. Let me make it bigger so you can see it. This was a painting that Tanya Torres did, and she did it just for my book. And then I took her art and then I outlined, I laid it out for the book cover. But she's an amazing artist.
Have you
That is
announced,
beautiful.
have you announced that your book on Instagram?
I did it on Facebook. You know, I'm not
Okay.
as, I have to get on, I have, you know, some of this stuff gets on Instagram, but it doesn't always get on, like I'm really comfortable on Facebook, and that's where I do most of my posts. And some of it goes over, but not all of it.
So
So,
your audience is mainly on Facebook?
you know, probably not. You see, that's why I need some help on marketing stuff, because I'm a little bit, like my son says, Mom, like Facebook is like so old school. And he said, like, I got to get over to Instagram, but I'm not super comfortable on the Instagram. So, you know, I have to figure out how to design some stuff for it and post there.
Okay. Yeah, you have to figure out where your audience is. But since you say that that you're barely on Instagram, then your audience is more than likely on Facebook.
You know, yeah, I have a lot on Facebook, and but I think I should probably be on both platforms. I just,
Yes,
you know,
it helps.
it's, you get used, like I'm comfortable with certain, you know, format, but Instagram seems to be where more people are these days.
Yeah, writing wise, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else wants to share?
This is great.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Rosita said something technical is great. Oh, I'm gonna pat myself on the back. Okay, because I'm always like,
It's a love-hate relationship. When I get it,
because
I
I
get
know
it.
I get it.
I don't mind. I don't
Wanna
mind sharing.
share,
I'm not
Rosita?
done. I'm not done, but I don't mind sharing what I have so far.
Sure, hold
Wait.
on.
So,
Go
But
ahead.
actually, I don't know if I can. You can't. I'm on a different device, so I might not
Oh.
be able to share it on that.
You can also share the link from Canva
Okay.
on the top right.
Mm-hmm.
Canva has a button that says share,
I see.
and then
Okay.
you could just copy the link and put it in the chat if you want.
All right.
You
I'll see.
should be able to
Or
access it.
so Angie, after I uploaded 8 images. So now what?
So now you just click. So you're on the blank presentation, right? You have a
No.
blank paper on your right hand
Um,
of the screen.
something blank. Yes.
You have the black menu on the left and a blank paper on the right, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
so you
just
click on
drag,
any image you want to start using.
click and drag. Okay. All
Yes,
right.
exactly.
And I can
Oh,
just delete.
Stacy, the link needs to be
I'm
published.
gonna.
So on the top where it says copy link, you could say anyone with the link.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is probably easier is I'm signing on with with my laptop so that and then I'll share it there. So
Got
you'll
it.
just see me twice.
So let me see. I need to give you access. You could share whenever you want.
Okay.
Is anyone else besides Stacy? You don't need to have finished. You could just show me what you got. I just want to see you guys working on this. And also, if the digital option is not something that you like so much, you could definitely do this in person. Like you could do this as an exercise with your kids, with your family. It doesn't need to be necessarily geared towards writing, but it could be something that you want to do this year that you want to accomplish. Maybe that's buying a house or traveling more or getting a new job or completing a project. I saw on Instagram someone who did it with their older aunts. They brought magazines and whatnot with their grandmothers, and they did a vision board, and it was just so cute because I'm pretty sure they've never done something like that. So they were there cutting everything up and pasting it on boards and hanging it up to look at.
How do I change the size of the text? Actually,
on the top of the menu, if you click on the text on the top, you're going to see another set of menu options for you to change the size.
I think it might be easier because for whatever reason, the link is acting up. You can share with the Stacy B.
Yeah, I gave you option.
You did? Okay, hold on. I'm sorry.
Or maybe you want to log out the other one.
Yeah, try this one.
But hit the share button at the bottom of your screen on the computer and share your Canva.
Okay. Okay, share screen. Okay, got it. No, wrong one.
So I see your imports, but I don't see the Canva.
Here we go.
There you go. Got it. Okay. Nice. I was born to tell stories. I like this. Very cute. Okay.
I'm ready. I'm willing to share.
Okay. All right. Thank you,
Uh,
Stacy. So you guys see this is almost very similar to what Idalme also shared. So it's just pictures and quotes that speak to your projects. Okay. So Rosita,
Right.
you know how to share on the Zoom?
I clicked on share screen and I get a message saying.
Yeah, because I have to give you permission.
Okay.
Go ahead. You could share now.
Okay, so I can share now. Share screen. Yikes.
Make sure you click on the Canvas screen.
There we go. Hold and shift to select okay. Share. It's very simple, but you see it?
Yes. Your screen is very big. You might want to close out click on that little arrow on the menu so that we could see. There you go. Click on that arrow up there, up where you, on the menu.
Up here.
No.
No.
Where you see all the texts, there's a little arrow there so you could close that box where you choose the text size.
Okay. I found the text size thing someplace else, not there. So say that again. So what do I do? Maybe
Is that the only image you collected? What happened to your other images?
Is that good?
Yes. What happened to the other images you collected?
All the other 8?
Yeah.
They mix and match.
Yes, they're supposed to be mix and match. You didn't add them.
Right. Well, this is my idea because this could go on my phone. Write your first book, 2024.
Okay. All right. Very simple. Está bien. But do know that a vision board is a collage of things.
That's a vision board.
But a vision board is something personal, is what you want it to be. So you can stop sharing now, Rosita. Thank you. And I'm glad that I was able to walk you through the Canva process.
And how do I get it to my phone now?
You got to download it on
my desktop.
On your
On my phone.
First of all, you didn't pick a phone size for your Canva, which I was trying to walk you through when you went to the home screen. So on the home screen, if you choose Instagram story or you type in Instagram story, you should see that size come up. You could also click on, yeah. So go to Instagram story or type in Instagram story. No, Instagram story. Type it in there. Okay, you see it? Scroll down. There you go.
I see it on top, yes.
Yes. Click on it. It's going to open a brand new presentation screen that is going to be the size of your phone, vertical. There you go. Okay, now you're going to add the image again and add the text again.
Well,
So go to upload on the menu, on the left-hand side menu.
And I have to upload again? Okay.
You don't have to upload it. It's already there.
Oh.
Upload. Where's your image?
I don't know.
Scroll down.
Faster media upload. Okay, here they are.
Okay.
This one.
So if that's the one you want, yeah.
I'm gonna make it bigger.
Exactly. So when you're ready to download, on the top right-hand side of the Canva, there's a share button, and you'll be able to click download. And now when you click download, make sure that the file type is PNG.
PNG?
Yeah, you click on the, there you go. Scroll down.
Scroll, says copy link.
Scroll down. You see download? Click download. Now you see it says PNG, that you're always want to download in that file type.
Okay, all right.
Okay, now you're gonna hit the download button.
Okay, let me finish doing it though.
Okay, so because you're on your computer, it's going to download to your computer.
Okay.
Okay, if it downloads to your computer, you could email it to yourself, open the email on your phone, and save the image to your phone.
Right.
Okay, otherwise, you could use the Canva app on your phone, which is a free app, access your account, and download it directly to your phone. But
another
you
account.
need a little bit more. You need a little bit more.
Another account.
Yes. So you could stop sharing the screen now, or how do I stop?
Thank you. Okay, so I'm trying to put in some text in there.
Okay. Anyone else wants to share?
Thank you, Angie.
You're welcome.
I did something real quick, but I don't know. I probably share it. It's on my phone.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to share it on your phone to the computer. Let me see if, yeah. So, Lillian, if you're gonna share the link, when you hit the share button on Canva, you need to make sure that the option to share with anyone is there. So you're gonna see it says anyone with the link. You're gonna click on collaboration link. Make sure it says anyone with the link can look at it.
Está bien, déjame ver.
And click on view, that they can view it. Otherwise, we can't see it because it's blocked.
Okay.
Who else wants to Leslie, you don't want to share what you got so far?
Oh yeah, I put it in there in the chat.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, again, folks, make sure if you share the link that you're clicking on view and anyone can view. Otherwise, the link is locked. I can't view it. So Leslie, you got to reshare again. Make sure that the collaboration link says anyone can view it.
Okay, so I corrected it. Beaven.
Okay, so let's see. Lillian, share. Oh, okay, this is cute. So this is Lillian. She put herself, she put her family, she put creating habits, learning new behaviors, inhale. Where's your writing stuff? Learn her writing this year. Her is mostly about wellness and peace and happiness with her family, which is very important. But I'm asking you to create a writing vision board. for your writing.
Angy,
For
I
example,
know.
if you want to go to the retreat, manifest it, right? Like
Ay, Dios.
writing retreat. ¿Verdad? You want to get in. You want to put that out into the universe that you want to get in. Right?
Sí, tienes toda la razón. Esto fue algo short. It was like under pressure.
Folks, also, you don't need necessarily to use Pinterest. I love Pinterest for inspiration, but on the Canva, on the left-hand side, you could click on elements and you could look up for images on anything. So if you want images on writing, you click on writing, and you have options to choose from graphics, from photos, or from videos. We click on graphics and we see all these graphics here for writing. And you could add them to your presentation, okay? You don't have to go to Pinterest, but it's another option for you. And then if you, for example, text, yes, like if you want writing inspiration, then Pinterest is where you're gonna find those quotes. You won't find them in Canva, at least I don't think so. Let's see.
Thank you so much, Angy.
Here, there are some quotes, but Pinterest has much better ones. If you want motivational quotes, here you go. Yes, you can. New mindset, and so on. So that's on the elements menu option on your Canva that you could choose. Okay. Anyone else wants to share?
I shared mine already, like with anyone could see it.
Okay, let's see. Leela shared. Leila says still in progress. Share. This is Leela's. She has a river. She has her mom, a book, writing and nature. Love it. All right. Let's see who else shared. Leslie. This is Leslie. Leslie wants to print hers. So here's Leslie. She has books. She has wolves running wild. What does that mean, Leslie?
It's I like to go to a lot of museums, and this one is at the American Museum of Natural History where I used to work. So I want to write in museums more this year.
Oh,
like
that's a nice trip.
Yeah, just like to
we could do something like that.
Yeah, that's a diorama. That's a diorama.
Okay, and then you have the Green Light Bookstore, which I love. She wrote down her writing goals up here. She has books and journaling and whatnot. So you see, everyone has different sizes for their vision board. It's personal. It's for whatever use you want, right? Mine is for my phone. Leslie said that she wants to put hers up. So, you know, it all depends on what you want to do with your vision board. My intention is for you guys to all put it down on paper. Okay. Let me see. Gabrielle shared hers. Nice. I'm proud of you, Gabrielle. Look at that. Look at that. Look, this is Gabrielle's vision board. Love it. She did a presentation, a wallpaper size for her desktop, so she could save this on her desktop. Right? So she did the first draft is just telling you about yourself. We write down made up stories, ticket to anywhere, say yes to new adventures, read 1,000 books, right? So she's gonna put this on her desktop, and every time she sits down on her computer, she's gonna see her vision board and be reminded of what her goals are, right? Thank you,
Yeah.
Gabrielle. Who else shared in the chat and I haven't done this? Okay, I think most of you shared, right? Did I not share anyone who did? Rosendo has his in his mind.
Angie, I forgot what you said about how to download. I click on the download button and
you look for the images on your desktop.
And I look for the images on my desktop. Yikes. For my presentation, you mean?
Yes. So, Rosita, anything that you upload to Canva stays there unless you delete it. So you don't need to continue uploading the same image. Once you upload it once, it stays there.
Download. I want to download.
You right click and save the image onto your computer.
I don't have a down click.
Wait, you mean you want to download your Canva?
My presentation onto my
Okay,
desktop.
on the top right-hand side of Canva, it says share.
Okay, I clicked on that.
Okay, you're gonna scroll down to where you see download option.
The download is what I did.
Okay, make sure that the file type says PNG.
PNG. Okay, great.
Hit the download button and it's going to download to your computer.
Oh, okay. Not exactly yet. It downloaded. Yes, now I have to drag it and put it in my computer. Okay, now it's in my computer.
Okay.
Yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. That's beautiful. Thank you.
Nice. Woo! 2024.
24.
Rosita, practice makes perfect, okay?
Yes, thank you. Thank
So
you.
the more you use it, the easier it becomes.
I can send it as a text also from my desktop.
If you could email it to yourself, yes. And on your phone, open the email and you could save it to your phone.
I was thinking instead of email, if I could do text, that'd be easier for me.
So the only way you can do that is if you download the Canva app on your phone.
Oh, either way, right? I have to, okay.
Okay. Via the Canva app, you could access your account and you could download whatever you have on your phone.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, so anyone want to tell me how they feel about this exercise today? Did I fail? Did I succeed? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Is this something you would do again?
I loved it, and I felt you opened up so many doors for tools that we can use. I absolutely love it.
Right. So imagine we did this in person and we all brought our little magazines and little books and we cutting things out and we walking out with a vision board. Which is probably something that we should do. I should do a vision board for readers.
You could give us homework.
I mean, what kind of homework you want?
Well, to do a collage on a vision board.
Well, you did one here. So those of you who didn't finish it, finish it. And if you want a different size, then create a different size. So Rosita, if you want a size for your desktop, right, on the home page of Canva, you could type in desktop. And it's going to give you a blank template for a desktop. And then you could just start working with that and put your images on that desktop, and then you could download it and you could save it on your desktop computer.
Nice. Okay.
Anything you want to learn about Canva and I'm not around, go on YouTube. YouTube is your friend. Okay. Anyone else wants to share how they felt about this exercise in today's workshop?
A little
I liked it.
nerve-wracking. Oh,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, you're good. You're good. You do it.
Stacy, what were you sharing?
I said I liked it. I finished mine, and I used to do a lot of these with paper in college, and so it was nice to kind of do this again. Just the vision boards obviously look different, and I haven't done one in a while, so this was fun. And I haven't done one actually, honestly, electronically. So it's it saves time, but it was nice. It was fun, and it was good to really think about things in a simple way. Just what do I want to do? What do I want to write? What do I want to see? And even if it doesn't look that way, it can change, and just being open to it. So thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for participating. Who else? Leila says she's about to go vision board with the homies in the garden. There you go, Leila. I love that. What else? Anyone else comment?
I think that
Criticism?
with can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Go ahead, Josendo.
No, I was thinking I guess you sense the trepidation with the exercise with me sometimes I put stuff in front of me a lot, and the more I see it, the more it enables me to ignore it. And so if I don't put it in front of me, I let it remind me or notify me at times or intervals, it seems more, I guess, cohesive for the way my brain works. I have so many things, like, I guess you can't see it, but I have so many things in front of me that I already see every day and on my screen, and then like on like physical, on paper, hard copy. And like I was saying, my sisters used to do the vision board all the time in school. So, you know, when I see it in their room, but I mean, I can't, there's so many things already in front of me. I feel like I'm going to ignore it. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense what I'm saying at all? No? Is that?
You need to focus.
Yeah,
Okay? Our
yeah.
ADHD brain is all over the place.
No, yeah, you know.
I can relate.
Yeah, we get distracted I'm like that. I'll start something and then I'm looking at something else and then I start working on that and then I move on. So totally relatable. But this is why, right? If you do the vision board, you focus on that. Right? Or if you want to do a list on priorities, right? Like,
yeah, I'm good.
Today, I'm going to work 30 minutes on this, 30 minutes on that, 40 minutes on this, and you stay on track.
Yeah, I'm a list maker, but I do like a priority list. Like, you know, is it gonna hurt me, heal me, or kill me? Like, you know, like those kind of lists. You know, it's gonna kill me if I don't do it. Okay, I can put on the, you know. So, but the images things, you know, like I'm so image heavy with stuff I do anyway. I'm like, I don't want to be on social media images, doing images and graphics. I don't have to, you know. But nah, I'm good with words, lists. But I was trying to make this vision board like a visual kind of images thing, but I'm like, yeah, where am I gonna put that? Where I'm not gonna ignore it.
Guys, don't break your head with things. It's because it could be very simple, but if you go into your head and you complicate things that could be very simple, you're just not gonna end up doing it.
Yeah, I know. I'm be honest with y'all. I'm autistic and a little on the spectrum too, and I'm ADHD. So my mind is like, I don't know. Like I find that I'm good with, like, if I have someone else in my space with me, like they don't have to be doing anything. Like if they have somebody there, like in the room with me,
Let's all pitch in to get Rosendo blow up door.
No, wow.
Oh my God.
No.
And dress him like a writer with glasses, writing or whatever. Give him a little laptop.
Oh my God.
No, that's crazy. No, it's actual thing. It's called body doubling. It's actual thing. Now I know it sounds crazy. When I say it out loud, it sounds weird. But body doubling, look it up. I didn't make that up. It's a thing. I didn't coin. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Meditation host.
No, pobrecito. No. Like someone who's a parent of a child with ADHD, I can relate. The brain is like all over the place. Siempre. It's like, oh my God, I started this, and then all of a sudden they start something else, and you're like, but you didn't finish this. You know. But the vision board was challenging for me because I've never created one. I didn't go to college in New York. Yo estudié en Santo Domingo. And I'm over here like, okay, yo dije an inspired college student in August to Lehman. And it is quite interesting. And but definitely you have encouraged me to create my physical vision board and play with the one and get my thoughts together.
Wonderful. I love it. I love it. Thank you for everyone who joined. Oh, we went over our time. I didn't even notice, but thank you for sharing your goals for 2024. I'm gonna give it some thought. And if any of you have any ideas of what you want us to think about that might be helpful, like for example, maybe we'll create a short story writing series, right? For like 6 weeks where you all come in one Wednesday evening or whatnot and just write short stories, right? Until you complete them. Right? So things like that. If there's any project that you think would be helpful for you, let me know. I'll figure it out. I'll think about it. I'm also gonna reshare some of our previous writing workshops that I think you all may be able to take advantage of. I'm sharing it in the Mighty Network group. But because like I said, the writing workshops are not public. And I only share it on the Mighty Network with all the Writing Salon members. or within, or like Leslie, sometimes she'll miss a workshop and she'll email me and she'll ask me for the video, then I send it to her. Otherwise we don't publicly share them. But thank you all. Happy Sunday. Feel free to email me questions, suggestions, and whatnot, and I'll be happy to assist.
That can be viewed on Mighty Network, even if you're not like a paid subscriber to Mighty Network.
If you're not a paid subscriber on Mighty Network, I'm not sure if it gives you access to the stuff. But I just feel a type of way about making certain salons public because you guys share personal stuff and sometimes we get real vulnerable and I don't like to divulge people's personal info. Like we're a close-knit group. So so I don't know if you think we've hosted a specific workshop on something, you know what I could do? I could make a list of all the workshops we've hosted. I could do that. And then if any of you want the videos, then you just let me know. Okay, but I'm not gonna make them public. All right. That helps.
I think that would be cool. I don't see why not. Then, you know, the people have option, right? Pues todo el mundo no quiere sus cosas allá afuera, ¿tú me entiendes?
Right.
Y después, you know, you might inspire someone else to write what you're writing. Yo no sé.
Right. So here's to accomplishing our 2024 goals this year, everyone. I wrote everything down, so I will be holding you accountable. But yeah, so Sendo, you'd be laughing, but just out of the blue, I might be like, ven acá, y ese proyecto que tú mencionaste, ¿dónde está? Okay.
Di que mándale regalo por GPS. GPS.
No, regalo un boche, lo que yo le voy a mandar por But anyway, guys, this is the end of the workshop. Thank you for joining us. Have a happy Sunday.
Thank you.